Hi there. I'm Stacey. I'm a Halkins practitioner and creator of the Express Your Truth 8-Step Emotional Empowerment Program. And I wanted to talk to you about following your soul's purpose. I've been on a bit of a tangent with my YouTube channel lately, following our Renovation Project. And it's all been in an effort to follow what in Halkins we refer to as our objective desire function, or our soul's purpose. And so my family and I were wanting to live in the country, wanting to live closer to nature and start growing our own food, have chickens and animals and things like that. And so this renovation has become part of that. When the pandemic hit, the acreage prices just went through the roof. And so purchasing this house that needed an immense amount of work was a way in which we could start to follow our objective desire function. So I've been documenting that process. But I wanted to talk about some more practical ways in which you can follow your soul's purpose or your objective desire function. So in Halkins Treatment, one of the main goals is, if not the main goal, is to remove our disease blockages so that we can get more in touch with what we call our essential selves and start to follow our objective desire function. So many times we're making decisions and setting up our life in a way that, perhaps eases our anxiety or pleases other people or fulfills other people's expectations, or perhaps we limit ourselves because of fear, fear of lack, fear of failure, feeling not good enough. All of these disease blockages stop us from fulfilling our potential, essentially, and following our soul's purpose. So in Halkins, we go through and we basically systematically remove those disease blockages, whether they have accumulated throughout your lifetime or they've been inherited, so that you can, blossom and become who you are meant to be, which is really exciting. At the same time, it can be a little unsettling because, oftentimes people have set up their life in a certain way based on these disease limitations. And so once you start to remove these diseases, people are left feeling like, oh, who am I without this motivation that comes from a disease place? And I've had a lot of Halkins patients say to me, it almost feels like a void. And I had someone say to me last week that they were concerned because, they get really excited about something and then the excitement would die off and they'd be interested in something else. And that in Halkins Treatment is completely normal, and that is all about finding what fires you up, following that resonance, and just sort of picking up those threads of resonance and following them. And the first thing you pick up may not be what you're meant to do, but it could lead you there. And I remember when I first started being treated, I guess it was a few years in, my health counselor said to me, why don't you get like an activity guide and just go through and see what courses are offered and just circle what it is that fires you up, anything that you'd be interested in taking. And so I did that, and I started taking courses and found a lot of things that I loved to do and I was surprisingly good at that I had never explored before, and that was really fun. It was really fun to explore me and who I was without the pressure of expectation, without self-doubt, without that fear. So it can be a really fun process. And so I just started taking different things that interested me. And also, with my career, I sort of followed that thread of what it was that excited me. And so I started off with nutrition because nutrition really fired me up. Looking at that now, it doesn't fire me up the way it used to. What my objective desire function has evolved over time. And as I've grown and evolved, so has what I'm meant to be doing. And so, I started off with nutrition, and then with nutrition, I wanted more. And so I did live blood analysis for years, and I would get a lot of people who had serious issues that I felt ill-equipped to deal with just nutritional training. And so I started studying herbal medicine, and that wasn't quite right for me. And then I started studying Chinese medicine, and that wasn't quite right for me. And then I discovered Halkins, and that was it for me. But, I had to sort of pick up these threads of things that interested me until I found the thing that fit me perfectly. And so go out and try all those different things, try them on for size, and that will eventually lead you to that resonance and that excitement. And when we're following our objective desire function, we get so caught up in what we're doing that we lose time. So that's a really big key. If you're caught up in doing something and you just, can lose yourself in it and not even realize how much time has passed, then that is a really good indication that you are following your objective desire function. So follow that. All right. So I hope this little tidbit helps you in that journey, and I will talk to you soon.